Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 8. Our member is consist of me, Rahian, Citra, Hayyi, Sutomo, Anindyta, hasya, Dania, and Fena Harianti. So today we would like to present about environmental law enforcement through private law instrument. So the first material would be delivered by Fena. Fena, time is yours.
Vikram, effort to resolve environmental problems that occur in Indonesia is by guaranteeing legal certainty in law enforcement. Environmental law enforcement is an effort to achieve compliance with the rules and requirements of applicable legal provision in general and individually, so supervision and application in administrative, civil, and criminal terms. The regulation of government policy in upholding environmental law is actualized by the first enchantment of regulation governing the environment, namely Law Number 4 of 1982 concerning basic provision of environmental management (UUKPP-LH), which was later replaced by Law Number 23 of the year 1997 concerning environmental management (UUPLH), which was subsequently replaced by Law Number 32 of 2009 concerning environmental protection and management (UUPPLH). Environmental law is functional which contains aspects of administrative law, civil law, and criminal law. Environmental law enforcement can be seen through the aspect of civil law. Also in Indonesia, administrative law and criminal law aspect often use aspect and environmental law enforcement. From the aspect of civil law, problem solving can be done through two channels, namely the out-of-court process and court process.
Okay, I will continue to the definition. Law enforcement is the process of making efforts to uphold or function legal norms in a real way as new behavior in traffic or legal relations in social and state life. And the requirements for law enforcement needs to pay attention to legal principles, namely, first, the law itself, which fulfill the philosophical, sociological, and juridical elements of an adequate law. And the second is law enforcement officer who do enforce the law. Third is society, and the society that is enforced must accept the law and be well regulated. And last is supporting facilities and infrastructure. Therefore, in enforcing the law, these four conditions must exist because if one of them is not good, then the law cannot be enforced. Next. An aspect of civil law in environmental management. The aspect of civil law in environmental management is one of the aspects of environmental law enforcement. In the UUPPLH, the process of environmental law enforcement through civil procedures is regulated in Chapter 9, Article 84 to Article 93. And the civil aspect listed in this article contain the settlement of environmental dispute that can be pursued through court litigation by means of arbitration, mediation, negotiation, and conciliation, or out of court or non-litigation by means of absolute responsibility, class action or class action lawsuit, and the right to sue environmental organization. And this can be selected based on the voluntary choice of the disputing parties. Next.
So I will explain the next concerning in enforcing environmental law. There are differences between law enforcement officials in understanding and interpreting law and regulation. So here the experts have a different opinion about the law itself. That's why it can be constraining in enforcing environmental law. The second is budget, that to handle the settlement of the case is limited. And the third is proving that environmental pollution or destruction has occurred in not an easy task. Exit strategy to achieve success in environmental law enforcement is intensify the integration and coordination between related sectors in the management of natural resources and the environmental. There are witnesses who enforce, or it's called enforceability, for companies that are stubborn in waste management in accordance with the applicable regulation. And last, we need the public participation as well as the transparency and democratization in the management of natural resources and in the environmental should be improved.
So here I will explain about the grow and developing environmental law. Next. So every human being must have a legal awareness on environmental law because human and environment are living side by side and needs each other. But however, legal awareness is still influenced by several factors such as economic factor, social, cultural, and others. So therefore, a strategic effort to build the legal awareness is needed, both from the mental side of the people and from a policy side. Next. Now, for example, if a person who likes to live a clean life, they won't litter, and the legal awareness can also grow because of afraid towards the sanction imposed. And apart from the cause that the emergence of the legal awareness, the dangerous point is if the legal awareness is exists, but then there is a decrease or even disappears due to the external factors such as indecisive law enforcement. Next. So this is the way to develop the legal awareness toward environmental law. The first is knowing. So we should know what is the law governing the environmental problems. We should know what is the content, what is the prohibition. And the second is we should understand. So not only know about the law, but we should understand. And the third is obeying. So we should obey what is governed inside the law. And the fourth is appreciating. So we should appreciate that the law should be obeyed for the importance of himself, society, and the environment. So that's all from us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.